Morning to all. I'm Mrs. Tamal Selvi, Professor, Sribalaji College of Nursing. Today I'm going to take class on data analysis and the subject of nursing research for 30 years in nursing. Definition of data analysis. Analysis is the process of organizing and synthesizing the data so as to answer the research questions and test their hypothesis. So the analysis is the very important things in the research. There's a process of organizing and synthesizing the data. So systematically arrange the data and any other new data also will be added in the analysis. Especially it is made for making further answering the research question and also testing the hypothesis. So next definition, analysis referred as a method of arranging data in such a way that research questions can be answered and the hypothesis can be tested. Same definition only. Analysis referred to the method of organizing the data. Such a method will be organize the data separately and for the research question can be answered. And then hypothesis also can be tested. And next definition of data analysis. Analysis is the process of breaking a complex topic into smaller parts, gain better understanding of it. So what are the methods of data analysis? There are two main methods. That is, first one is qualitative data analysis. Second one is quantitative data analysis. We'll see first qualitative data analysis. The definition of qualitative analysis, data analysis. Qualitative data analysis is the securities analysis that the subjective judgment, it is the subjective judgment. So whether the big, small, soft, hard or depth, etc. based on unquantifiable information. This qualitative data analysis, it is not a numerical size. It is not a numerical, it is not mentioned the numbers here. So only subjective judgment, whether the object is big or small or soft or hard or depth, we can identify, we can measure. And it is also, we can say, unquantifiable information, whether it is a small size, whether it is a big size, and whether it is a soft, whether it is a hard, we can say, but exact size we cannot measure, we cannot show in the qualitative data analysis. So quantitative data analysis definition, the numerical representation and the manipulation of observation for the purposes of describing and explaining the phenomena that those observations reflect. So it is a numerical, completely numerical representation. So it will exactly will show the how much big, how much the small, everything will be mentioned in the quantitative data analysis. Next, we'll see process of quantitative data analysis. Data preparation. What are the process of quantitative data analysis? First one is data preparation and describing the data and drawing the inferences of data and interpretation of the data. Data preparation, mainly under the data preparation, what main work will do, cleaning and organizing the data analysis. Second step is describing the data, describe and summarize all statistics, and then drawing the inferences of data and inferential, completely entire it is the inferential statistics. Next, interpretation of the data and all things, task of drawing inferences from the collected facts. So first we'll see the data preparation. So data preparation, what is the definition of data preparation? The data preparation is the act of manipulating raw data into a form of that can readily and accurately can be analyzed. This is the manipulating the raw data into the form of the clear and readily form of data for the analysis. Steps in data preparation. What are the steps in data preparation? Compilation, editing, coding, and classification, tabulation. So we will see one by one the data preparation. First, we'll see the compilation. What is compilation? Compilation steps, what we will do in this compilation process includes gathering together the collected data in manner that the process of analysis can be initiated. So it is the first step under the data preparation, that is the compilation. Compilation is the include gather all the data, what we needed the data completely gather and for the analysis. The next one is arrange all the data. So after gather all the data will be arranged so that it will go next will go for the editing and coding process. Next, editing and coding. So first you'll see the editing. Editing is includes the checking of gathered data for accuracy and utility, usefulness and completeness. So after gather and arrange all the data from the through the compilation, next step is editing. So editing, what will do? Editing is the checking of the all the checking of the gathered data, especially check the accuracy of the data and the utility of the data. The utility, how much going to get use, that is the usefulness, and also completeness, whether the data completed or not. Then next one is coding. Coding is important for analysis as numerical inputs can be reduced to a small number of classes through coding. So this is the data what we have collected is a huge data will be there. So far that we have to concise the smaller in size. So that the coding, through the coding only we can concise the small. So by using of abbreviation and also symbols, the coding is important for the analysis. The numerical replies can be reduced to a smaller number of classes through a coding. So we can say here, especially under the coding, we will use the abbreviation and then symbol, number or an alphabet which is assigned by the researcher to every scheduled items and the response category. So next we'll see the classification. In the process of classification, we divide and arrange arrange all the material into the different categories, classification, groups or classes on the basis of common characteristics. It is a process, this classification is divide and arrange entire into the different categories. So it is difficult to analyze, difficult to segregate the data if all together data means. So we have in the classification, we have to divide according to the particular categories as well as the classification, particular related classification, and then groups and also classes on the basis of common characteristics. So classification of data could be geographic classification and then chronological classification, qualitative classification, and then quantitative classification. So one by one we'll see classification based how we can classify all the data. So according to the type of according to the type of the data, some of the data will be common for some of the groups. So that basis will be classified. So what are main groups, main classification of the data could be the geographic classification, chronological classification, qualitative classification, and quantitative classification. First, you will see the geographic classification. This is a type of classification in which data are classified based on geographical categories. This classification classification in which data are classified is based on the geographical categories. Example, we can say area of residence, the persons where they are living, whether the urban or semi-urban and rural. So based on this will be classified. This data classified under the related geographical areas means coming under the geographical classification. And the next one is chronological classification. In this classification, data are classified based on time period. So it is mainly classification classified based on the time period, such as days, maybe days, weeks, months, and year. So the example, daily, weekly, what is the report of the daily report, and then weekly report, and the monthly profit of the company, we can say. So that is a chronological classification. Next, qualitative classification. The data classified based on certain attributes such as gender, religion, type of diseases, etc. There is no numerical measurement here. The subjective judgment only will be showing in this. So this will come under that some certain attributes such as maybe gender and religion, type of diseases will come under the qualitative classification. And then quantitative classification. Under the quantitative classification, it is the data such as height, weight. It is entirely numerical, classified based on the exact numbers, size, finding the exact numbers, and then size. So this type of classification, we can say that the example for measuring height and weight, and then monthly income, etc. The example for quantitative classification. So these are all the things. Exactly, we can say the height and weight, monthly, and income. Tabulation. Tabulation is the recording of the classified data in accurate mathematical terms. For example, marking and counting the frequency tailed. So what is the tabulation? Recording the, it's a classified, what we have classified the data. We can classify the data accurately through the mathematical forms through the tabulation. Example, marking and counting the frequency tailed. So we can mark and count the numbers. We can show through the or focus through the table. Types of tables: frequency distribution table, contingency table, and multiple response table. Fourth one is miscellaneous table. First, we will see the frequency table. So frequency distribution table, we can say, these table present the frequency. So present the frequency and percentage distribution of the information collected, wherein attribute is grouped into number of classes. So that what will happen, what will be there in this, these tables present the frequency and the percentage distribution. Frequency means number of times and events occur. Number of times even occur, how many times that events occur, that is the frequency. Also along with that, the percentage also will be mentioned. Frequency distribution table. This is the example of the table. So one side, the variables will be mentioned under the variable, especially socio-demographic. Example, socio-demographic variables, the age of subject and family type, birth order, educational qualification, 10th grade, 12th grade, graduation, and total family income per month. So the category under that, age of subject, under that 21 members, age of subject, and 21 years, and 20 years, 19 years, 18 years, 17 years. And here frequency per person, how many members under the age, age of 21 years, 8% were there. And then 20 years age, 18%, and 19 years age, 5%, 18 years age, 6%, 17 years age, 13%. And percentage, if you're converting, means that is 16% and 36% in the age group of 18 years, and then age group of 20 years, and then 10% age group of 19 years, and then 12% age group of 18 years, and then 17 years age group, that is 26%. So like that, the family type, nuclear family, nuclear joint family, how many members? That is, sorry, nuclear family 36%, and then joint family 14 persons were there. Here percentage converting means 72 percentage and 28 percentage. So birth order same like that only, birth order first child, second child, third child, and etc. So here the frequency 12%, one first child and second child, and then second child is a 15, third and sixth, etc. So frequency distribution table over. Next, contingency table. Contingency table, tables that report on the frequency distribution of two nominal variables. So simultaneously, and that includes the totals are known as contingency table. So already we have seen the frequency table, number of events, even and the number of times and even occurs. That is how many times events occurs we have seen, but separately each variables will be mentioned under the frequency distribution table. Here contingency table, the tables, the two variables and the nominal variable especially simultaneously will be informed, will be distributed the frequency. That is called contingency table. So here example we can say contingency, an example of a table without numbers, gender by income, people in paid. So with that number is focused here, two variables, that is income, family income level, and then gender. So family income number to one variable, and then gender is the second variable. That is the nominal uh, variable, nominal data we can say. So the income variable, income level, here high, middle, and low, and then men and women and men lots, high level income, men having lots, and then few women having one person where only few, and total is the all high earners, and then middle some in the men, and the men and the women some, and all middle earners. Here low few person from men, and then large person from the women, and all low earners. And then totals all men, all women, all of our samples. So these are all the totals also will be there in that contingency table. Next we'll see the multiple response table. This table using to find which factor more affecting the sleep among patients. So here multi-response table. So when the classification of the cases is to be done into categories that are neither exclusive nor exhaustive, a multiple response table is used. For example, a patient can be have two or more complaints, while say the only the major ones may be listed. So the patient, one person will be having so many problems, but the patient in from all the problems cannot mention from the problems when two or more complaints will one complaints or some major complaints will be listed from the patient. In such cases, the total sum of frequency would exceed the total number of subject and may lead to confusion. So therefore, the total number of subject in case of multiple responses. So we say example, take the factors, the table using to find which factor more affecting the sleep among patients. The factors, blood sample, and then diagnostic test, medication, vital signs monitoring, and noise and weight. The patient were disturbing, and the 35%, the total population is 60. Among them, so 35% were disturbed in sleep during the blood sampling, and then diagnostic test 33 members, and percentage is 55%, and then medication 33% were disturbed, and then that for them sorry, 33% were disturbed, and then percentage 55, and vital signs monitoring 32% were disturbed, sleep disturbed, and then percentage 53.3 percentage, and the noise 32% were disturbed, and then 53.3 percentage, and bright lights 30% disturbed, and percentage mean 50.0. So this is multiple response table. Next, miscellaneous table. Miscellaneous table is, so neither it will be mentioned when this one is the frequency table, also the multiple response table will be common. This table called when the presentation, the table is called miscellaneous when the presentation of data cannot be classified under the frequency distribution table, also contingency table. It is called multiple, this one called miscellaneous table. So that table we are showing here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, minimum temperature 11 degrees Celsius. Here maximum temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Here the summaries is a clear day and then with lots of sunshine. Here Tuesday 9 degrees Celsius and 19 degrees Celsius cloudy with rain. And Wednesday 10 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius. Condition will improve by early afternoon. These are all the tables now. Next, we'll see the scales of measurement for the measuring the quantitative data analysis. So here refers to the type of scales on which the data measure. Certain statistics can be calculated under some scales but not others. 4 important scales using for measuring the scales. First one is nominal scale, second one is ordinal scale, and then interval scale and ratio scale. Nominal measurements. So nominal measurements, which it is described as follows. It is the lowest of the 4 levels of measurement, involves the assignment of numbers to represent categories or classes of things. It is the, among all the 4 scales, it is the lowest level measurement scale. It consists of categories that are not more or less than each other, but are different from one another in some way. In other words, they have no quantitative values. So this one is, it consists of the categories. Classes will be there, categories will be there, but in this we cannot will not show which is the big things, which is the small things. And but we can somehow it is somehow will be there will be the different one and each other. So in other words, they have no quantity because there is no numerical data will be there in this categories. So next one is, next character is, it's the categories are mutually exclusive and exhaustive categories. Mutually exclusive means does that each individual answer given in a single multiple response survey questions. So the each individual answer given in a multiple choice questions, they can give only one answer, true answer can give. For example, for giving the answer multiple choice question like that in under the gender example, for giving the option of male, female means they have to give them either one answer. So male, otherwise the female. Same like that in religious factors, they can give either one answer. That is the Hindu, Muslim, or Christian. They can give one answer. That is the it's mutually exhaustive. So mutually exclusive. The next one is exhaustive. Exhaustive categories is the researcher ensure that all answers given for the question cover the entire realm of possible answer. So we research will cover the entire realm of the possible answer. That is the exhaustive manner. So we can say, how are you going to pay money means. So he has to give the all option like that. So he should not be leave any other possible answer over here. So they can give the option like through the Paytm or ATM or bank account, something, etc. He has to be covered all the maximum possible answer. So in this mentioned in this. So nominal scale, the assigned responses to different categories and no numerical differences between categories. And then example, you can say the gender, marital status, state of residence, college, major, SSN, the zip code, and student's ID. These are all the data we can say example for nominal scale. So we cannot differentiate according to the size, but somewhat difference is one and each other. There is no, it's not mentioning the size, whether it is a big size or small size in the nominal scale. So ordinal level measurements, it ranks object based on their relative standing on the specific attributes, that is the characters. The order of ranking is imposed on categories. So this is orderly will be arranged in all the objectives or specific attributes. But ranking is imposed in the categories, and the first, second ranking, first, second, third, like that will be arranged orderly. That is why this is called ordinal level of measurements. The numbers must preserve some level of order, but do not need to be precise. So in this also there is no size, exact size, but the order will be there. But number will not be present in this. It reflects only magnitude, only size will be mentioned, whether big size or small size, but does not equal interval or an absolute 0 point. Because of this not having absolute 0 point, but size will be mentioned, whether it is the small size and big size. But what is the exact size will not be mentioned. That is why it's not here. It's not having the equal intervals one and each other, and also it is not starting from the 0 point. This is the ordinal level of measurements. The ordinal scale set up categories that are ordered from the least to highest, least to most, that do not know numerical distance from each categories, one from categories of the next. And examples, Miss America results, first place, runner-up, and second place, and third place, we can say the example. But here, how much interval in between the first place and the runner-up prize, we cannot measure, we cannot say in this. And the military rank we can say means that is the we can say that over, and then overs, JSHO, and then colonel, JSHO, major, colonel, and then brigadier, we can say in this ranking will be there. First orderly will be present, and letter grade in class and degree, health, medical conditions, satisfactory, serious, and then guarded, critical. So rank order of your performance from first 1 to 4 of the Raffles, and then Quattros, and then Chitos, and then Freightos. Interval level of measurements. Interval level, in this level, there is specification of ranking of classes and an attribute of the distance between those objects. Interval level. So this specifically ranking will be present, but with the numerical level. So there is more or less equal numerical distance between the interval, more or less. Either the more or less, but it will be equal numerical distance between the intervals. There is no absolute because there is no 0 point. Here also it's not starting from the 0 point. So interval level scale with the values, and there is the same numerical distance between each value. This scale has an arbitrary 0 point, no true meaningful 0 point here will be there. So arbitrary 0 will be present. How appealing is the cereal box to children? Not at all here very. So he can say this arbitrary 0 will be present. Here this is lesser, more or less equal. This is lesser equal intervals, and here more equal intervals. But both the intervals of one and each classes will be having 1, 1. Here also 1, 1. the current temperature we can say, and many behavior science questionnaires will be there. IQ level also can say the interval scale. Ratio level measurement. Ratio level, it is the highest level for measurements. It has all the three attributes: magnitude and equal interval and absolute point. It represent continuous values. It is a all characters will be there. Three attributes. All the three attributes will be there here. It's a magnitude, exact size. We can measure the exact size. We can find the exact size, how much, because it is entirely exclusively numerical. And equal interval also will be there, and absolute point 0 point will be there with this, starting from the 0 point. Example, biophysical parameters. Example, the weight, it is starting from 0, and weight and height, volume, 200 ml, 500 ml, and blood pressure. Everything we can say an example for the ratio. Ratio scale is with the scores where there is the same numerical distance between each score. The scale has a true meaningful 0 point enters the scale. Only scale that allows you to make ratio comparisons, such as Maribel's income is 35% more than Shushan's. Example, weight of your package of candy, number of times you return to your restaurant after visiting it the first time, amount of money in your checking account, and number of questions correct on the quiz, and distance from San Antonio to Laredo. Thank you.